In numerator, we have x common. X is common. Limit x tends to 0. X is common. We have a plus cos x upon b sin x. We can send this x here. So we can write limit x tends to 0, a plus cos x upon b sin x upon x. We can separate numerator and denominator. See, limit x tends to 0, a plus cos x upon b is constant, limit x tends to 0, sin x upon x. And you are aware that sin x upon x is 1. Since limit x tends to 0, sin x upon x is equal to 1. So here we can put the limit. See, a plus cos 0, we have a plus cos 0 upon b into 1. Finally, we have cos 0 is 1, a plus 1 upon b is the answer of this question. Is it? Simple question. Now question number 19 is direct question. Simply you have to put the value of x as 0. Value of x as 0. So you can get the answer. Now let's see question number 20. Question number 20 is we have limit x tends to 0, a sin ax plus bx, limit x tends to 0, sin ax plus bx upon we have ax plus sin bx. This is tricky problem. First of all, what to do? We have to divide all the terms by ax. Dividing each term by ax. See, I am writing limit x tends to 0, sin ax upon ax plus bx upon ax upon we have ax upon ax plus sin bx upon ax. Here x and x will go. Here ax will go. Separate the limit. Separate the limit. So what we have? Limit x tends to 0. We have sin ax upon ax plus b upon a upon here 1 plus sin bx upon multiply this by bx and divide this by bx. So bx upon ax is left here. this ax comes here and bx multiplied by bx, this x and x will go. Now apply the limit. What we have, limit x tends to 0, sin ax upon ax plus b by a upon limit x tends to 0, 1 plus, here we have sin bx upon bx into b upon a. So this becomes 1. So what we have? We have left 1 plus b upon a upon 1 plus b upon a. So answer is 1. Both numerator and denominator are same term. So answer is 1. Got it? Okay. Let's see question number 21. Sorry. Question number 21. In question number 21, you have to put the direct value, or you can simplify direct value, cosec 0 minus cot 0. Answer 0 minus 0 is 0. So this is direct answer. Or you can break this, cosec is 1 upon sine and cot is cos upon sine, then LCM, and then further you can do. So direct you can do. Let's see. Question number 22nd. Question number 22nd. Limit x tends to pi by 2. Limit x tends to pi by 2 tan 2x upon pi minus x minus pi by 2. Just observe the question. You see, this is of the form 0 upon 0. This is of the form 0 upon 0. So, this is form 0 upon 0, because if you put x is equal to pi by 2, so here we have tan pi is 0, here pi by 2 minus pi by 2 is 0. So in this case, we simplify or we change the limit. Put x is equal to pi by 2 plus h, where x tends to pi by 2 and h tends to 0. This is the idea to change the limit. I told in the one question also. So we change x plus pi by 2 plus h or minus h, where h is tending to 0. Now we have limit h tends to 0, tan 2 times of, we have pi by 2 plus h upon pi by 2 plus h minus pi by 2. Multiply this here. Limit h tends to 0. We have tan pi plus 2h upon, this will go, we have upon h. So multiply tan pi plus 2h is in third quadrant. This is tan 2h. Limit h tends to 0. This is tan 2h upon h. Multiply here by h and divide by, multiply by 2 and divide by 2. This 2 comes here. So we have limit h tends to 0, 2 times of tan 2h upon 2h. And you know the formula. This one is equal to 1. See, limit h tends to 0, tan x upon x is equal to 1. So this becomes 1. So we have 2 into 1 is equal to 2 is the answer. See this and note it. Noted? All right. Let's see question number 23. Find the value of limit x tends to 0 fx and limit x tends to 1 fx. Limit x tends to 0 fx is required. Limit x tends to 1 fx is required. Now we are given fx is equal to, we have two functions, 2x plus 3, one function, another function 3 times of x plus 1. 3 times of x plus 1. Limit is x is less than or equal to 0. X is more than 0. See, we have two limits. Here x is less than 0 or equal to 0. Here x is more than 0. So we have to find two limits, x tending to 1 and x tending to 0. So when we will take limit 0, so this function is applicable, this function, and when we will take 1, because more than 0 is 1, so this will be applicable. So I'm writing limit x tends to 0 fx. We can write limit x tends to 0 fx is 2x plus 3. Now apply the limit. We have 2 into 0 plus 3 is equal to 3 is the answer. Now another one, we have to find limit x tends to 0. Limit x tends to 1 fx means this limit is more than 0. So we can write limit x tends to 1. We have 3 times of x plus 1. Now write the value. 3 times of 1 plus 1. This is 3 into 2 is equal to 6 is the answer. So we had two functions in this question. One having limit 0 and other more than 0. So more than 0 is 1. So in that case we use this function for limit x tends to 1. Is it? Now let's start question number 24. Here 23rd one or questions are important. We have Find limit x tends to 1 fx. Limit x tends to 1 fx is needed, and function is given fx is equal to, we have x square minus 1, two functions, x square minus 1 and minus x square minus 1. Minus x square minus 1, x is less than or equal to 1, x is more than 1. So we have two functions. Now, when we take the limit LHL and RHL, so for LHL, we have limit x is less than 1. This limit can be used. And for RHL, we have this limit. This is more than 1. So this function will be applicable. So we write like this. C, LHL, limit x tends to 1 minus fx, means we have limit x tends to 1 minus, this is x square minus 1. Now you can put direct value also, x is equal to 1, but when we take LHL and RHL, we change the limit. Means in case of LHL, we subtract a number, a quantity tending to 0. Like C, put x is equal to 1 minus h, where x is tending to 1, h is tending to 0. In case of LHL, we subtract limit minus h, and in case of RHL, we add limit plus h, and limit h tends to 0. So we have limit h tends to 0, this function, we have x minus h whole square minus 1. This is limit x, h tends to 0. Limit h, break this into whole square. We have x square plus h square minus 2hx minus 1. Now put the value of x is equal to h is equal to 0. We have h is equal to 0. So what we have? Sorry, limit is 0 minus h. Sorry, 1 minus h. This is 1. This is 1. So we have 1 minus 1, 0. Put h is equal to 0. So what we have here? 0 square minus 2 into 0 is equal to 0. So LHL, we have got 0. Now RHL. RHL, limit x tends to 1 plus fx. Limit x tends to 1 plus fx means we can write limit x tends to 1 plus minus x square minus 1. Now put x is equal to 1 plus h, where x is tending to 1 and h is tending to 0. So we have limit h tends to 0 minus, in place of x we write 1 plus h whole square minus 1. Now break this into whole square. Limit h tends to 0. We have minus, see, 1 plus h square minus 2h plus 2h minus 1. Open the bracket. limit h tends to 0, minus 1 minus h square minus 2h minus 1. Now put the value h is equal to 0. So what we have? 1 minus 0 minus 0 minus 1 is equal to minus 2. So we have LHL is equal to 0 and RHL is equal to minus 2. So we write LHL is not equal to RHL. And in case when LHL is not equal to RHL, we write limit does not exist. Therefore, we write limit does not exist. This is the solution. Check it. If any doubt, you may ask. In the question, we are given two functions, x square minus 1. Its limit is x is less than 1. Here minus x square minus 1. Its limit is more than 1. And we have to find limit x tends to 1. So we have two limits, LHL and RHL, where one x is less than 1, x is more than 1. So for LHL, we take limit x tends to 1 minus, we write here minus on the top of 1, fx. So limit x tends to 1 minus is equal to x square minus 1. Now in case of LHL, we write limit minus h. In case of LHL, we write limit minus h. So put x is equal to limit is 1. So 1 minus h, where x is tending to 1 and h is tending to 0. Now put 1 minus h in place of x. So limit is x square, function is x square minus 1. In place of x, we write 1 minus h whole square minus 1. Break this into whole square. So we have 1 plus h square minus 2h minus 1. This 1 and 1 will go. Put the value of h, 0 and 0. So we have got 0. Similarly, in RHL, more than 1. So limit x tends to 1 plus fx. So limit x tends to 1 plus this function is minus x square minus 1. So we have written minus x square minus 1. And in case of RHL, we write limit plus h. Limit plus h. So put x is equal to 1 plus h, where x is tending to 1 and h is tending to 0. And again simplify, write the value. So we see that LHL is not equal to RHL. So we say that limit does not exist. Got it? Okay. Noted? Let's see question number 25. In question number 25, we have find the value of limit x tends to fx. Limit x tends to 0, fx is required, and fx is given mod of x upon x and 0 when x is not equal to 0 and x is equal to 0. See, in case when x is not equal to 0, means either the value is more than 0 or less than 0. It is not equal to 0. When function is equal to 0, then x is equal to 0. So no question about x is equal to 0. We have two limits here. X is less than 0 and x is more than 0. So see, we write LHL limit x tends to 0 minus fx. This is limit x tends to 0 minus, this is mod of x upon x. Now, I told in case of LHL we write limit minus h. So we put x is equal to 0 minus h, where x tends to 0 and h tends to 0. So we will use the limit h tends to 0. Limit h tends to 0. In place of x we write mod 0 minus h upon 0 minus h. 0 0 limit x tends to 0. 0 minus h. So this becomes 0 minus h upon 0 minus h. This is equal to 0. 0 upon 0, 0. When you put h is equal to 0, it becomes 0. RHL minus 1, it is h upon h is 1. Here we can simplify some more times. This is minus h. We have limit h tends to 0. Minus h upon h becomes minus 1. H and h will be cancelled. Now RHL. RHL. Limit x tends to 0 plus fx is equal to limit x tends to 0 plus mod of x upon x. So here put x is equal to 0 plus h for RHL, where x tends to 0, h tends to 0. We can write limit h tends to 0. This is 0 plus h upon 0 plus h. This is h upon h is equal to 1. So from LHL we have minus 1. From RHL we have plus 1. So LHL is not equal to RHL. Therefore, we write limit does not exist. Limit does not exist. Is it? This limit does not exist. Question number 26 is same as question number 25. So you have to write yourself. Question number 26. Okay? Let's see. Question number 27. Find limit x tends to 5 fx. required, and fx is given mod of x minus 5, mod of x minus 5, like this. Is it okay? So what to do? If you put x is equal to 5, this 5 minus 5 is equal to 0. So you have to put here LHL is equal to RHL. So in case of LHL, you'll take x tends to 5 minus, and here you'll put 5 minus h. 5 minus h. So this becomes 5 minus 5 is equal to 0. In case of RHL, you write 5 plus h. So this is 5 plus h tends to 0. This 5 plus 5 is equal to 0. So in both the cases you will have 0. So this question you will solve yourself. Question number 28 onward we will solve in next class. Is okay? Till then, God bless you. Thank you very much.